my name is Jesseline, and this is a video of multiplying a monomial, so one term, monomial, by a polynomial, so by something that has more than two terms, or sometimes a binomial. So I think monomial by binomial or monomial by a polynomial. So for example, because this first one is a monomial by a binomial. So when we have it outside of the parentheses, this monomial, all you do is distributive property. We know distributive property says that we multiply this by that term and then this by that term. So we multiply 6RS by every term in the parentheses. Now you have to remember your exponent rules. So if you don't remember your exponent rules, go and watch that video, Exponent Property rules, okay? Because you have to know. Math builds on itself, so you have to know these things and you have to put them to memory, okay? So we have to do 6RS, so 6RS times R squared S. So we're doing this, 6RS times R squared S. So you do you multiply the coefficient, 6 times 1, because 1's understood when it's not written there. 6 times 1 is 6. And then R times R squared is R to the third. We add the exponents when we are multiplying. That is in the exponent property rule. And then S times S is S to the second, because 1 plus 1, add the exponents. When it's not there, it's understood as 1, just kind of like the coefficient. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So we get that. Now we're going to multiply 6RS times 3. Okay, 6RS times 3. We're going to take the operation that's in the middle there, so subtract. 6RS times 3. So we do 6 times 3 is 18. And then there's nothing for the variables to be multiplied, so we'll just bring down the RS from the 6. So that is multiplying a monomial by a binomial. Let's continue to do some examples. 4t squared times 3t squared plus 2t minus 5. So we're going to be multiplying 4t squared by every single term in this parentheses. So the first one, I'm not going to write it out like I did last time. So the first thing is 4t squared times 3t squared. So we do 4 times 3, which is 12. And then we're combining t squared and t squared. So t squared times t squared is t to the fourth. Okay, because 2 plus 2 is 4. Exponent property rule, add the exponents when multiplying. Then we take the operation, that's next, so it's plus. And then 4t squared times 2t. 4 times 2 is 8. And then t squared times t, add the exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3. T to the cubed. Then take the operation, subtract, and then 4t squared times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And then we just bring the t squared down with us. Okay, so that's how we multiply that. We're going to do one more example. Negative 4m cubed. Now these are the ones that are a little harder with a negative in between, or with a negative on the outside. So negative 4m times a negative 3m. So negative 4m times a negative 3m, negative 4 times a negative 3 is a positive 12. Then m cubed times m is m to the fourth, because 3 plus 1, we add the exponents again, is 4. Then we're going to take the operation that is right there, and we do negative 4 times 6. So negative 4 times 6 is a negative 24. So negative 24. And then m cubed n, because this has an n and this has an m. So there's nothing we can combine there. So minus negative 24, m cubed n. And then negative 4, take the operation. So operation there is plus. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. And then we have m cubed and p. There's nothing that we can combine variable-wise. So m cubed p. So we just take both the variables that are in that. Now I'm going to simplify this, because anytime I see a double sign, we don't want that double sign, so I'm going to simplify it. So 12m4 and then minus a negative. If you watched my integer videos, when you see minus a negative, you take those two things and they make a plus sign. So those two make a plus sign. 24m cubed n, and then when you have plus a negative, you don't need them both. You can just take you can just say subtract 16m cubed p. That's another way to write plus a negative. You just say subtract it. So there you go. That is how you multiply a monomial by a binomial or a polynomial.